everyone. Hi, hello. Welcome to a very exciting episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. I am sitting here in the pod cabin with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hi.
You look very preoccupied. First it was your phone. Now it's your water bottle. Yeah. What's happening over there?
I'm just trying to get comfortable. There we go.
The way that you have ultimately gotten comfortable is you're leaning against the back of another chair.
Well, these chairs don't have any armrests.
This is true.
Because of my enormous muscles, I have very heavy arms. So they need to rest on things.
You're like Atlas.
I have incredibly strong, like a lot of muscle on my arm is zero shoulders. So my shoulders have no strength.
You should work out your shoulders.
I do. I'm kidding. God.
I don't get jokes.
Yeah. No, I just, I like to have my arms resting on things.
I know. It's why you sleep with 16 pillows and I sleep with one.
Well, I sleep on my side and I have found.
No, you don't though.
Well.
You intend to sleep on your side?
When I sleep on my side.
When you snore, you're not on your side.
Okay. When I'm sleeping on my side, I have to have a pillow under my arm that's on the top.
Yeah.
Because
your north arm.
Because the weight of that arm will kind of make it harder for me to breathe. It like collapses my chest a little. So if I have my arm
collapses you're making it sound like an Elephant Man situation. Well, it collapses your chest.
It doesn't collapse, but it just makes it a little bit more constricted. So if I have my arm up, it's easier to breathe.
I can attest to this. I also find when I'm on my side, there's not a comfortable arm spot, which is why I've taken for the last every year except for the first 6 years of my life to potentially snuggling a stuffed animal, because that is the arm support. But then also lately, I feel like my legs don't know where to go either.
Oh.
Have you not had that?
Isn't it funny how you can get to be of a certain age and there's still basic things that you haven't figured out, like things that you do every day?
Yes. Well, so taking it back to sleep, and I recognize and I respect that you were trying to change the subject because it was getting boring. I start out on my back, and then when it's time to actually fall asleep, I turn to my side.
Yeah.
And how did I only realize this in the last year? Like, I've been doing this apparently. This is what I do.
But then you don't know what to do with your legs.
That's like a new problem. But you know how like dogs have a little routine? They like some dogs will spin in a circle or they do their thing before they'll like scratch the bed. Wendy scratches the bed. Right before they plop down. If someone were watching me, they would be like, oh yeah, she's on her back and then she rolls onto her side. But I only applied this Jane Goodall lens, R.I.P., to myself in the last year. What does Peter do before he goes to sleep? He doesn't have a thing.
So when I come to bed, you're usually in bed before me. He's usually on my side.
Really? Because he's between my legs sometimes.
By the time I get in there, he's usually moved over to my side. So I have to pick him up and move him.
Where do you put him?
On you. But then he'll...
You put him on me?
Well, next to your legs. Then... Excuse me, and then when I get in, he'll come over and make his way up to under my left arm and kind of like snuggle under my arm.
Aww.
And he'll stay there for a little bit, and then and then during the night, he'll, like, if I turn onto my side, he'll occupy the space
the warm
behind
spot.
My legs, so that if I then want to turn back to my back, there's nowhere for my legs to go. It's a whole thing. This is exciting content.
It's funny. Well, for me and Peter and you, it is. It's funny because I feel like I have my own sleep relationship with Peter, but he's like, you're like his backdoor man.
What do you mean?
Like he's cheating on me with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you get like a butt feeling from that? Because it doesn't have to mean that.
There's no gay thing happening with me and Peter.
You had a reaction to the term backdoor man. I don't think it necessarily means something that you're thinking. I don't think it's a reference to the anus. I think it is just that's anus with an accent. Oh my God. Owen said, Uranus, get it? Uranus.
Oh, he finally got that joke?
He finally got it.
I'm wondering when he would.
When
did he learn the word anus?
I don't know, but he had there was a large planet sticker in his backpack, and I took it out, and he said, Uranus, get it, Uranus. So maybe someone at school.
YouTube or something.
Maybe he doesn't even know what it means. Oh my God, the cutest thing happened yesterday. Okay, so we try to limit our kids' interaction online. We let them. We have not successfully limited how much they're online, but I don't want them talking to some creep on Roblox or on YouTube or all the things that you hear about. So they are not allowed to comment on videos or message people, except for in very specific circumstances. Like they'll say, "Is it okay if I respond to this or whatever?" So we've loosened the reins a little bit with Elliot. And so Owen yesterday is like, I want to comment on this video. I want to comment. But you couldn't figure out how to let him comment. I don't know if there's a restriction.
YouTube doesn't allow you to have a kid's account that can comment. You can give them full access, but full access only allows them to read comments. They can't kids' accounts can't comment. So Owen wanted you to leave the comment for him. Mm-hmm. And do you remember what he wanted to say? It was like so cute.
So cute. He wanted you to write so cute on a video. What was the video?
I didn't watch it. It was like some sort of pets on Minecraft thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's I have nothing to say about it. It was cute. You're staring at me.
I know. I'm just letting this awkward silence envelop you.
That's your show.
You have nothing to say about your own son?
Well, I mean, that was it. I commented.
So I am taking a flight tomorrow. By the time you hear this, I will have flown. And there's a government shutdown, which, by the way, I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand how these government shutdowns happen and what it really even means. And I remember many years ago thinking, because, I trafficked in morning news and cable news and all the newses. Sure. I did the newses. I did NBC. I did Fox. I did CBS. I did ABC. Did I do ABC? I don't know. A&E, Bio Channel, all the newses. And I envisioned this CNN flew me out one time for a potential. Remember, I didn't get it. And then it was like, we can get a puppy. Because for a second, it was
we thought we might move to New York.
Yeah. But then we didn't, so we could get a puppy. So I guess that was an upside. The show that they had flown me out to audition for never got made anyway. But at the audition, I met Alexis Ohanian, one of the creators of Reddit, who went on to marry Sabrina Tennis. Sabrina
Williams?
That's the one.
Serena
tennis player. Serena Serve.
Sabrina, the teenage tennis player.
Wait, what's Serena Williams' sister's name, though?
Venus.
Sabrina?
There's no Sabrina.
Sabrina, tennis player.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina.
The teenage tennis player.
Sabrina Serve.
Sabrina Serves is her
show, her TV show. Anyway, and then he came on the Adam Carolla show, and I was like, I met you, remember? And no one is ever as excited as I am by these things. I don't know if you remembered. But anyway, the point is news. There could have been a news direction I went. And I used to imagine way back when, if I had been up for because I would have liked to do the Erin Burnett thing, and is she still doing the thing? I would have liked to.
But is she a journalist, Erin Burnett?
Probably.
Okay.
Why? What was your point? That I'm not?
Well,
because I was.
Well, I don't feel like you ever committed yourself to that track in any real way. Like you didn't.
No, I didn't. That's the problem. I didn't commit to
like
myself.
Erin Burnett, I think really that's what she wanted to do. Right?
Yeah, that's part of my problem is that I never committed myself to any track.
So it's hard to get to where you want to go if you don't know where you want to go.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm just saying like a talk show. Well, she's an anchor, but something where I'm talking about the issues with newsmakers and hosting. I feel like that would have been something I would have liked to do. So in my mind, I would imagine, which is typically where the imagination happens. I tried to imagine with my foot once.
Yeah.
I tripped. So I would imagine, let's say I'm up for some job at like CNN or one of the other things. And then they find a clip of me being like, I don't understand how the government shutdown happens. And like, well, could you remind me what the 3 branches of government are? And like, I'm sorry, where is this country? Just all the dumbass things I give myself permission to say all the time.
Sure.
But since I don't think I will be up for one of those jobs anymore.
Probably not.
I have no problem saying I don't understand how the government shutdown happens. But I'm flying tomorrow and I'm worried about whether is flying more unsafe because of this government shutdown. And you said, Daniel, that there was a story you read about how the lines are crazy long at the airport because TSA people aren't showing up, which, leads
I don't know how
to
pervasive that is. It could be just one airport. I don't know.
But why would it be it's
it's
just O'Hare that they're not showing up,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying I saw that. I don't know how widespread that is.
Right. But if TSA, so that means gels and foams are entering, possibly batteries.
Well, no, it just means that
it's going to take longer.
It takes longer.
Right, but our air traffic controllers not showing up. But I would hope if air traffic controllers weren't showing up, they would just cancel the flight, right? The shrug doesn't make me feel better.
Well, I think we'll know.
Right, if the plane goes down. And then I tell myself, I'm sorry I cut you off, it's just a flight to Las Vegas. According to Tony, it's going to be the most uncomfortable flight of my life on the way back because I'm flying Spirit Air, which already feels like rolling the dice. Somehow that feels less safe than the others. But I tell myself it's just Vegas. It's like less unsafe than some other flight. But that's not true. It is still a flight. It's just...
It's also equally as unsafe.
Here's a question.
The only thing is it's not carrying as much fuel, but like...
No, let's think about this, though. Here's how I think about it. A 14-hour flight gives you 14 hours for something to go wrong. This is just 45 minutes, something to go wrong.
Right, but the danger happens...
Takes off and landings.
Around the... Look, I think the way it works is that government employees are furloughed.
What does that mean, though?
Well, I think they work without pay. I think it's a deferred pay.
Oh, okay.
But probably at a certain point, they'll stop showing up.
And the shutdown is because the two sides can't, the sensible ones and the radical left can't agree to a budget? Is that what is causing this?
Okay. Our government is stupid, and they have decided that they have to authorize a budget every year in order to, basically pay government employees.
Yeah.
And it's become this thing where, they disagree. They negotiate over it, and then they hold all government employees hostage, whatever. And right now, the Republicans could just pass it because they have majorities in both houses.
So then what's their ish? You.
I'm not actually sure what the factions are, but they don't have enough votes in their own caucus to pass the budget.
But you said they could just pass it.
Well, if it were there are enough Republicans, I think that they could.
If they were
they
all
don't need Democrats.
You mean if they were all agreed?
Yeah, if all the Republicans agreed with each other, they don't need Democrats. Democrats are just thoroughly out of power. But because I think I could be wrong about that. Maybe there's like some threshold where they need a few Democrats. I'm not sure.
Who are the lone holdouts on the Republican side?
I don't know. See, I've kind of checked out a little bit from this because
it's boring as fuck.
No, it's because it's like, why have anxiety about something like that? It's completely out of my control. It's gonna resolve one way. I'm having to limit where I invest my energy. So this is just one of those where I'm not like whatever. But the basic idea is that each side wants to blame Republicans need Democrats because I guess they can't get it done on their own side, and the Democrats are like, well, if you want our votes, then the Republicans have defunded the ACA, like the I forget what they call
Healthcare?
it. Yeah, there's like money that the government puts in to subsidize people's
health insurance.
What they pay.
Copays.
No, it's
okay.
It's money that keeps people's costs down.
Got it.
So whatever you like, let's say you spend like $1,000 a month or something. Well, part of those costs are deferred by or paid by the government, whatever. And the Republicans have gotten rid of that, and that I think takes effect at the beginning of next year, which means that everybody on the ACA is going to have, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people on the ACA are going to have their costs go from like $1,100 a month to like $4,000 a month. Jeez. Or some crazy thing. It's like going to double or triple or whatever. And so that's going to mean a lot of people aren't going to be able to afford health care, and on and on. And so the Democrats have decided that they want to make this the issue that they fight over, because they have the majority kind of most people support them on this, and it whatever.
Yeah.
And so they went in and they said, okay, we'll help you fund the government if you put those back in. And instead, the Republicans gave him the middle finger and have been Trump's been posting these kind of racist memes with like Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero, and it's just getting really like ridiculous. They're kind of using it as an excuse right now. Russ Vought, the author of the Project 2025, is now going to use this opportunity to like fire a whole shitload of more federal employees, mostly in like blue states, I think. And but whatever, it's just like blah, blah, blah. Eventually I think what'll happen is probably what happened last time there was a big shutdown, which is air travel will eventually start to become ground to a halt. And air travel is where the Republicans, they need that, like commerce. Mm-hmm. And or it'll become like you're asking, flight attendants to fly in unsafe conditions. And what happened was the flight attendants union basically said, well, we're not going to go to work under these circumstances, which means no air travel. And so that brought everybody to the table.
So what I'm hearing from a me perspective, as this will affect me, but given that I am in this family, it affects you too. What I'm hearing is, yes, it is less safe, but you're at the beginning of it being less safe, so it'll probably go in your favor.
Air traffic control. Well, I don't think air traffic controllers are not going to show up because of this. I think they'll show up. However, I don't know.
But will they be in a bad mood?
But there was a thing that happened at the beginning of the Trump administration where they were like cutting back, and I don't actually know where we are with air traffic controllers right now, because my sense is that there are fewer, but I don't think it's made worse right now because of the shutdown.
Right.
I think however dangerous it is, it was dangerous regardless.
Well,
I actually think you're fine.
For anyone
but please leave a will behind.
Yeah, I told you I made one. When we went to Hawaii. I left it on my desk. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, our lawyer said that counts. Like, you can just make sure it's handwritten, and which is good to know in case you don't have an official will or anything. You can just write it out. And I hope the patroons know, because I've said it before, the turtle and the fish, I left it up to the patroons to decide who takes those and who takes care of them. And I hope they feel honored and not burdened by that.
Sure they will.
But that's not, it doesn't, if just I die, that's not going to happen unless you are like, fuck these animals. There's something I was going to say. What the fuck was it? Oh, have you gone to any government websites? Have you seen how petty they are? Okay, so I'm going to go to USD, and then we're going to get off this topic. I just there's something I need to talk about regarding my sister, and I just had to bury it because here's what I think. I think if someone's hung into the episode this long, they're probably not related to me anymore. Like someone could turn it on and just, they're going to hear the beginning. So I just wanted to get it past the beginning. Right. But anyway, USDA.gov. Okay. Now let's see if it still says what it's. Due to the radical left Democrat shutdown, this government website will not be updated during the funding lapse. President Trump has made it clear he wants to keep the government open and support those who feed, fuel, and clothe the American people. Mm-hmm. And my understanding is other websites. DMV didn't have anything, but other websites have things like this too.
USDA?
This is USDA.
I mean, see, here's the other thing. I don't know what the right strategy is. I think the Democrats should have been, I don't know, what the fuck do I know? But it's like, it feels like the Democrats should have been hammering since they negotiated to delay this the first time. They should have just been hammering over and over and over. We are not in control. Right. They can fund it. Like, it's not even up to us. This is not, because the Republicans are trying to make it like the Democrats aren't doing this, but it's like the Democrats have no power. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean the Democrats aren't funding? Like, you can fucking do it. And the Democrats kind of like let them get away with that. I don't know.
I need to remind everyone that I am on Patreon. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. And the most recent Friend Zone was a disaster on so many levels, audio-wise. It's listenable. It's not nearly as good as it could have been. But content-wise, it is a barn burner. I read emails.
Too much.
I revealed so much stuff that Daniel made me feel like maybe I shouldn't have even talked about it. And I had a real dark night of the soul. Actually, I didn't really, but I should have. It's just like I'm so far beyond prudence at this point. But yeah, I read emails from people. I read emails I shouldn't have read. I went so in depth on a lot of shit. And if it were to ever get out, it would totally burn me. But also, it was a bit of an audio catastrophe. And that was a real disappointment. And it was my fault, too, which is also a disappointment. But that is the most recent Friend Zone, patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Subscribe, do an annual subscription, and then you get 2 months free, which is quite a good deal. Okay. Now, I need to talk about this morning. So yesterday I saw my sister. If you are just tuning in, which you're probably not, but let's say this is your first episode. She and I have not been getting along for quite some time. But we've had to really deal with each other a lot.
Co-trustees. So there's no getting around it. To
finish this this settling my parents' estates, we've had to had to really deal with each other. And I feel like we sort of reached, neither of us want to fight right now. I am trying so hard. Like I said to my therapist, should I say to her ahead of time, let's not talk about anything emotional? And my therapist was like, no, just have that be an agreement with yourself. Just get in, get out, do what you need to do. So I kept that promise to myself. And it was really fine. We have a lifetime of being around each other. We've only not gotten along for the last year, really. But it's been awful since my mom died.
It's been about 2 years.
But then, it's become awful that I've been aware of.
No, you were aware of her being mad at you.
Okay, let me put it this way. I have been mad at her in response since my mom died.
Yeah.
I wondered.
Your side of it has only been since January.
Yes. Before that, I was like, what's wrong with her? Yeah. What the fuck? I don't get it. I knew of one thing she was mad at. She was mad that I didn't cancel my trip to Hawaii after my dad died, even though it was a couple weeks after my dad died. We were going for your 50th birthday. Children were going as well. And I was supposed to cancel that to sit at my mom's house and be sad. And it's like, I can do that in 10 days. They wanted me to take care of them. So then they never forgave me for not. So she's been she's been very unpleasant to be around for a couple years, but I was just like, I don't know what her deal is. In retrospect, her deal was she was very mad at me. And then it's just been, really, really bad for the last year. So the thing is, I think now that we're both like laying down our weapons because we're just like trying to go along to get along to go along, whatever the phrase is, we're trying to do that. It's not hard to be around her, but even that feels weird and like unsafe in a way. Like I don't want to it's uncomfortable to feel anger, and it's also scary to not feel it because I feel like I need to feel it because of everything that's gone down. Does that make sense?
Well, you don't want to be vulnerable.
Right.
You don't want to leave yourself exposed.
The most akin thing for me, that wasn't articulated well. I have had this feeling when in romantic relationships or dating relationships many times of like, fuck that guy, fuck him. But deep down, I still like him, and like, but then, he comes around again and it's like, well, do I just forget all my anger, or like, what's my appropriate attitude here? What's my move here? It's mostly about wanting to keep myself protected, and I don't want to backslide into just everything being hunky-dory, because then I'll forget all the things I've learned, which is that this person sucks. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so we also had to see each other this morning. Mm-hmm. And I was like, my equanimity is eroding. Before I went, I was like, it's eroding a little bit.
You were feeling angry?
Not angry as much as like, what a dazzling performance yesterday. Even though I'm sitting here saying it was
By
natural.
You.
Yeah. But also what a dazzling performance of like, what discipline required to really stay really focused on just what we had to do. Mm-hmm. And now here's part 2 of that. Mm-hmm. And like, I was thinking this morning, like, I hope I can, continue this. Mm-hmm. Now you have, because there's been a lot of discussions about potential discussions, and I've been like, that you and I have had, and I've been like, but I don't want to get into it with her. I don't like I don't want to have that engagement. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, that will turn into that'll like totally enrage her if I say that. And you're like, so, mm-hmm. But I think I really am trying so hard not to set her off. Mm-hmm. And I guess I don't exactly know why. Because really, it's more like I should be trying not to set myself off. No, I think it's because it's just easier if we just...
Well, because it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
It's not like you make her angry and then that's that, and she's over here being angry and you just like are la la la. Yeah. It's like it is a thing she engages you with, and you're having to go back and forth, and it becomes your whole day. But
when you... Oh my God. It has taken over so many days.
Yeah, so
but when I say like that would really like make her mad, and you're like, who cares? What are you thinking when you say that?
Well, you're not... You should... I guess I don't mean who cares, like, totally. Like, you should care as it affects you. You should care as it affects your ability to get the estate settled. But, like, in terms of, like, how she... if she responds to something that's benign and not meant to make her mad... If she responds to that by getting angry, that's not your responsibility. Yeah. Like, okay, she got angry. Like, her emotions are not your responsibility, I guess is really what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. So I need to explain. I did need to give a backstory on something because a lot of people are confused. One of the big areas of contention was that she lived in my parents' house for months after they died, even though she didn't need to, or did she? I don't know. She had an apartment in Pasadena. While my mom was alive, she was constantly at my parents' house. I feel she preferred my parents' house to her apartment. Her apartment was small, dingy, dark, and very messy. And then versus my mom's house, which is, at that point wasn't as messy. But also it's that parent, like I remember there was a shift where I began to prefer our house to my parents' house. But when I lived in New York, when I would come back and go to my parents' house, it was like, oh my God, like, look at all these rolls of toilet paper. Look at all this Kleenex. Look at all these bars of soap. Look at all, you know what I mean? Like there was, because in New York, I was poor and it's New York. So it's like you have, 4 to 6 rolls of toilet paper. And that's it. Like the, do you want me to get on with it?
Well, yeah, like, So
anyway, she enjoyed the perks of, who cares about this? My parents' house. So after they died, she did not clear her ass out of there. And that annoyed the fuck out of me because as a co-trustee or as a trustee, you have a fiduciary duty not to personally benefit from any of from your role. You cannot, it's illegal to benefit from your role in a way that the other beneficiaries are not. Meaning to live for free in a house is not okay. And you can't, and you need permission from the it's a whole thing. And she's a lawyer, so she should know this, but she felt entitled. So her apartment was in Pasadena. She was not in an evacuation zone. Her apartment did not burn down.
There was the fires in January.
Yeah, sorry, the big fires. She decided
Well, okay, but there was smoke.
Yeah, there was
from the
ash.
Fires, and the ash and the smoke did
get into her apartment.
Yes. And eventually cause her to have to move and leave anything plastic behind. So she wasn't completely unaffected by the fires.
Okay, correct. But none of her neighbors left.
No.
So
and didn't the fan, I don't mean to shit on your point, but like
her fan melted outside.
The fan outside melted. Like
yes. It was very close.
She couldn't have lived there for a day or two at least.
Yes.
But she could have gone to another location. She didn't have to live.
They could have cleaned. They also could have cleaned it up.
Well, they could have stayed in a hotel or something.
None of her neighbors left. That's my point. None of her neighbors moved.
Right.
She decided it was no longer safe to live there, and so she had to live at my parents' house or find another place. Mm-hmm. Now, in her defense, we might have also made the same decision. Like there was a lot of conflicting information, a lot of information suddenly about how dangerous it might be to live in a place where the city has like burned down around you. Now, Pasadena, that didn't happen, but Altadena, which is close, did. I think a lot of people did end up moving because they're like, I don't feel safe breathing in this air. So I'm not saying she wasn't affected, but I'm saying her home did not burn down. None of her neighbors left or moved. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but her story, okay. So we're at maybe I was an asshole. It's quite possible I was an asshole today. So we're at the bank this morning, and the guy that we're dealing with is like, Alison, is your address? And he reads my address and I say, yes. And he says to her, is your address, do you have the same address? And he starts reading it and she goes, no, sorry. And he's like, that's okay. And she goes, we were displaced by the fire. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. And then she gives him her address and he goes, are you going to rebuild? And she's like, no, we were renting. And I say to her, do you already know where this is going?
I feel it's going in a cunty direction, but go ahead.
I say, I think when you say you were displaced by the fire, people think your home burned down. And she goes, so? And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And she goes, a lot of people are using that language. And then she just sat there and I could tell she was like so triggered and just like biting her fucking tongue. And I sat there. I mean, both of us just ended up looking at our phones, but I could just see she was just like so pissed.
I mean, I feel like a lot of what you do nowadays is just pushing her buttons.
Well, allow me to explain. Okay.
Because I think she can say that. Like, yes, it's a little bit like people do think that, but at the same time, like, she was displaced by the fires. Technically she's right. Like, technically she moved because there was a fire. Now, did she have to move?
No.
But that's sort of beside the point. Like, she had an issue with her landlord who wouldn't clean out the fucking, like, who wouldn't clean up all the ash. The ash, like could she have stayed? Maybe. But ultimately she moved because there was a fire. Now, your point is still true. People do.
He literally said, "Are you going to rebuild?"
I know, but like,
it is like saying, "I had cancer." Oh, you did? Yeah, I had a basal cell carcinoma that they had to cut out on my wrist or something.
But I guess
it's stolen valor. It is stolen valor.
I know why you said that.
Well, I have something to say about it.
But that is a situation where I don't think something needed to be said. You said something because you wanted to needle her.
Okay. So I sat there and I was like, am I the asshole? Am I an asshole here?
Just own it.
Well, hang on.
It's okay.
But
to be an asshole
but
sometimes it's justified.
Here's another way the conversation could have gone.
Yeah.
Alison, is this your address? Yes. To her, is this you still have the same address? No, we moved. Here's my new address.
Right. I know. Listen, I know what's triggering you.
She is like, it's like he didn't need to know why she moved. He didn't say, why did you move? Pandemic, B, natural disaster, C, mental health crisis, D, endometriosis. Like, he doesn't need to know. Just, she made a whole production of it. No. Is this your address? No. Sorry. Like, he gives a fuck. You don't need to apologize for moving. We were displaced by the fire. And then it's like he was like, beep, boop, 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 beep. Have human reaction. I'm sorry. Like, who cares?
He doesn't. You're forcing him to have to now be like.
That's the part that bothered me, is because her story is, woe is me. I lost my mom. I lost my home.
Now he has to be like, oh, I'm so sorry
I
that
lost
happened.
my
as
community.
Though, like, he wasn't sensitive to her tragedy.
Yeah, it was like, yes. So
And by the way, sorry. And people lost their homes.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
There's a huge difference between, like, yes, she had to move. Okay.
She chose to move.
Whatever.
But I think we probably would have made the same decision.
We have friends
who lost their house.
We have friends who lost everything.
Lucas Passmore came on the show. He lost everything.
He lost everything. My friend's parents built their dream home in Malibu. They fucking lost that house, and the money that they are out, it would blow your mind. But they lost everything: pictures, family, albums.
People lost pets. Lucas lost all the fish in his koi pond.
Right, like, people lost a lot in those fires, and so, like, yeah, for her to be, it is stolen valor. But okay, can I break this down a little bit, or do you have more to say before?
I would like you to break it down. Let me just finish my point. Is I was like, oh, did I just do something? Did I do that? Like, am I an asshole? The reason I said something is because I felt triggered by it.
Yes.
And
how were you triggered?
How was I triggered?
I mean, I know, but I want you to hear.
I'm tired of this kind of bullshit narrative of her being the biggest victim in the world because she lost her mom and then she lost her home, quote unquote. And you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, she expects me to feel. I was supposed to, this is what she wanted me to do, and this was in an email. I was supposed to say, you lost your home. You lost your community. It's a given that you should live in mom and dad's. This is her language. Yeah. It is a given that you should live in mom and dad's house. That is what I was supposed to do. So she's really angry that I am not feeling that way, that I don't feel that she was entitled to live there. And I lost my mother too. So this thing of like, you don't know how bad I have it. It's like, yeah, actually I do. And I'm not the one who gave her the illness that killed her. Like,
Right.
I have it a little worse. Well, I don't know. The guilt that she's feeling, if she's even like in touch, is whatever. We both lost our mother. One of us had a hand in it and the other one didn't. So, and then also oh my God, is this turning into the Patreon episode? I did 98% of the work this past year.
Yes.
And I'm resentful. There's a lot of resentment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now break it down.
All right. So
she didn't need to bring her woe is me story into our bank meeting.
Okay. So objectively,
it's manipulative. One last thing. It's manipulative to make the bank guy go, oh, sorry. You know, it's just, it feels whatever. Your turn.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
And I just realized that, I just to bring in the real world, it's 1:30 now. And I have an appointment at 2:15. I just don't want to forget.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So in that situation, you didn't have to say something. Let's just be clear. You didn't have to say something.
That's correct.
Her statement, while I agree with your annoyance, is not factually incorrect on a technical level.
If someone has to get a skin cancer removed, they have also had cancer.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, it's... I'll say more about the annoying part, but I just want to say, like, it's
provocative language. It is provocative language. It's designed to be provocative. We were displaced by the fires.
You had a choice.
I told you. I was like, my equanimity is eroding this morning. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I just want you to take responsibility, and I think there's no problem. You shouldn't have a problem with this. Owning the choice that you made, which was
not to let the bullshit stand.
Was to call her out. Was to fuck with her.
Was it to fuck with her, or was it to call her out?
What's the difference? You know how that's going to land on her ears and what that's going to do. Like how she's going to react to that. Do you not? Do you not know that she would?
I was just helping explain where the disconnect came from her saying displaced to him saying, "Are you going to rebuild?"
Be honest. You knew how she would react to you saying that.
I didn't think about it ahead of time, obviously, but yeah, if asked, of course, because this is her identity.
Okay, well, this is what I think.
Okay.
I think that you're over her shit.
Oh my God, I've had an ass full.
Okay, and you had an opportunity to twist a fucking knife a little bit, and so you did. And so on the one hand, just that's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what you wanted. That's the reaction you wanted. On the other hand, I think it was the right decision because fuck her. I mean, look, the thing people need to understand, and people do need to understand this.
It's vital.
She has always wraps herself in the victim stuff as though it is like it's like she gets her whole identity out of it. It's like so much. She loves it. I made the joke, like, her greatest dream in life would be to get cancer.
Like one that doesn't kill you.
Oh my God. If she had some lingering cancer that went on, and oh my God, she would just be able, the fucking pity she'd get from everybody, like on and on. This fire happened. This fire was a fucking horrible tragedy to a lot of people, but not to her. Okay, let's be clear, not to her. But she has made it as though it's a big, huge fucking tragedy for her because there was a lot of ash in her apartment and she had to move.
I don't even think there was a lot. There was some.
And her son's school burned down.
Yeah.
And the way she frames that in the narrative is that she lost her community. This is a person who moved into that community, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, like, your community, like you've lived in Altadena or Pasadena, like you have deep roots in this community. Like, I know people from Pasadena. I know people from Altadena. They lost their fucking community. When you say you lost your community, it implies something that is not true.
But also, this was a few days after I watched my mother die. So you're trying to like, it's not even trying to get sympathy. You're trying to hector sympathy out of me. Like, she's trying to like you're demanding sympathy from the wrong person right now.
But she just like goes through life. She's one of these people that it's like, you know, someone's like, "Hey, how are you?" And then they're going to be like, I've suffered today. Let me tell you about it. And so the person who was like, I don't actually give a shit, I'm just saying, how are you, now has
like the bank guy?
Yeah, now has to be like, oh, now engage with you and your suffering and give you something that I think is a cheap. It's like,
that's the thing.
Sympathy.
I don't think she that's the thing. I was thinking about that today. I don't think she understands that the performance of sympathy that people who don't know you well do is cheap.
Like, what she's getting out of it is like, it's like fool's gold. It's like, you think that that's something that real, but secretly it makes people want to stay the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
Like, people who are like that are not pleasant to be around.
Right.
You know?
Well, a crazy thing happened, and I am just going to be transparent about it. There we were, flapping our gums, and I looked down and it wasn't recording. And I was like, well, that's a sign. That's a real clear review. But then I listened, and actually most of it is recorded. We've lost some. Daniel, I don't know if you want to restate anything or if we should just move on.
I feel weird even airing this stuff out.
I know. This is really Patreon only, kind of. And I feel torn about it too, because part of me goes, fuck with someone with a microphone, this is what happens. And then the other part of me, and also, no, you know, it's all petty. And the other part of me goes, but Alison, you know better.
There's a lot of, there's just a lot of resentment, a lot of bad feelings.
Yeah.
And maybe in time I'll look back and think, feel bad about talking about this publicly. I don't know. But I'm just there's a lot of unresolved anger and resentment right now. That's just
you.
where it is. Yeah, for me, and then for you, you know, for your sake, but also things I'm just angry about. And so, I don't know. I mean, time will.
What I see motion, but I can't see where you're shaking.
I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like where we all are with this in a year.
You know, I have a lot of experience in my family of getting together with people that you despise and just getting along.
But
and so I can see a future where, you know, we all just like hang out but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, me neither.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
But now you're talking about getting together with people you despise and getting along, but for what purpose?
Holidays, usually.
But is someone like, here's the problem. The cousins all love each other and miss each other. So that's the only that would be kind of the only reason at this point. But was someone benefiting from everyone getting together at the holidays? Like, did someone want that? Or was everyone
when I was growing up?
Yeah, or are you talking about everyone hating each other but they still get together anyway?
I don't know. It was like my stepdad's fucking family would have Thanksgiving and we'd go over there. I don't know who made me do that.
Yeah.
It was him, my mom. I don't know.
But did he despise them?
I'm talking about me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know or give a fuck what he thought.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I hated them all, but it's not like I would get into it with people. I'm talking about my own life.
Yeah. Still. Yes. It is possible, but but at what cost and what's the point? Like, yesterday was fine. Today, the seams started to show as evidenced by the story.
What you let her know is that it's not safe to be around you.
Is that good? Is that bad?
Yeah, no, it's good because she won't want to be around you.
Yeah. Don't trot your bullshit out. Then is the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like but she probably doesn't see it this way. No, she might.
Everyone in her life it reinforces her way of being. Like she doesn't. I'm sure there's nobody in her life who's keeping it real. And she should know.
The queen of that was my mom.
Yeah, she should know that if she's around us, I'm not, at least me, and now I think you, we're not tolerating that bullshit. Yeah. Like, if you're around me, we're going to deal in reality. We're going to live in reality. And if that's painful and you don't want to live in reality, then that's great. Don't be around me. But I'm not going to share your delusion.
I think going along to get along.
But you can just not bring it up. It could just
means sucking it up when someone says something that makes you roll your eyes,
well,
right?
That's the thing. So, like, if, like, let's say we were, and this isn't going to happen, but let's say we did a holiday with them this year.
Yeah, that would not happen.
It would be going along to get along with the constant risk that she or her husband will say something that will make my brain snap. You know, so it's like that will always be a risk. The last time we were all together, they did, and I wasn't quite it was still early, and it's like I hadn't processed a lot of what had happened yet. Mm-hmm. And they were saying something, and I grabbed your knee because I was just like,
I know, I remember that. Okay. Was it the Costco thing?
I think so. I was just like, I had to like stare off into the distance and just lock eyes with a fucking encyclopedia and just be like, I am not present right now, because
that's what she did when I made my comment.
Yeah, because otherwise I was going to fucking lose it, and that wasn't going to be productive. You know, like what good is that? It's hard, man.
Here's why I feel like what she said was pushing me, was pointed. She was furthering her narrative. She has a narrative which allows her to feel completely which she has a belief.
Has to do with her staying in the
yes, it allows her to feel completely justified in everything that's gone down in this last 9 months, and it allows her to paint me as the bad guy. And so by mentioning that to the bank guy, who doesn't need to know, he didn't ask, all he asked for was her address. That is straightforward. I feel that she is pushing that in my face. Now, I'm not proud of what I did. I don't really care. I recognize I should have been more mature. But also, I literally watched him assume that her house burned down.
One thing that
and her explanation was, no, we were renters. Like, what?
One thing I've learned from narcissists or whatever, people with BPD, is they it's like they have this script that they've written, and everyone in their life has a part that they've written for you, and so they expect you to play that part. And if you step outside and just refuse to play that part, if you do anything to indicate that you are not believing in the reality of this script, they will just cut you out. Like they'll rage, but ultimately they won't want you in their life.
Right.
They won't
too threatening.
Adjust. Yeah, they're not going to adjust and go, you know what? Maybe I can see it another. No, it's like, that's it. You're not going to get her to see the way things went down from another direction. Like, she sees it the way she sees it. Like, that's just the reality for her. And you know what you're doing is you're puncturing that, and you're saying, like, that's not, I don't agree. I don't agree with your narrative. That makes her angry, but ultimately, like, she's not gonna think, oh, maybe Allison's right. She's just gonna be like, I need to stay away from that person who wants to hurt me. Which is maybe the way it should be.
Maybe she'll go no contact with me.
Yeah, I mean, don't be surprised.
Oh, I won't.
If she's the one that doesn't want to be around you. Yeah. I don't know. I think that some people are just too weak to handle reality. Because I think for her, if I were her therapist, and I would be like, or if I were giving her counsel, I'd just be like, look, you need to live in reality, and it's gonna suck. Okay?
She'd be like, this is our last session.
Right, she'd leave. But it's like, you need to live in reality, because the thing that you really want, or the thing you really should want, which is to come to some sort of peace with what happened, and to be able to live with it all. The only way you're going to get there is by confronting reality. And you probably feel like, maybe on some level, like, there is no way there through reality. I have to construct this fake reality. Well, I don't know. But it's like, by living in a delusional state, you are going to be living with this pain for the rest of your life. And you are never going to have peace. And you are never going to be able to be happy or get over it. It's going to fester, and it's going to ruin your life in so many ways. And it might ruin your children's lives. Like, it's going to be a huge problem. But that's something, I don't know, like, can you get through to a person? Can you, like, get them to listen to you when there's so much fear and, like, of the truth?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, you have to have, like, a lot of faith, I think. And maybe, like, that's a role that, like, religion plays for people, but it's like, you have to have faith that there is a way through this, and that on the other side, there, like, through this tunnel, there is light. You know
what I honestly think could help someone like this is 12-step.
Yeah, I think those things all do sort of give you that. It's like, let go.
Right.
Like, your ego needs to let go of your need to control the situation. You need to surrender to reality.
Yeah. And reality on reality's terms.
You're
only as sick as your secrets. Like, there's a lot of, sayings to that effect.
And understand, like, things happen. We make mistakes. Forgive yourself. Let go of your ego. This is a huge thing, man. Like, letting go of your ego is, like, probably the best thing you could ever do in your life. And I don't care who the fuck you are. And that's the only way to find peace. I don't know what to tell you. Like, and I don't think there's any way, and for her to ever do that. And when you are constantly, like, reinforcing a narrative in which you are this victim of life and a victim of circumstances, it's like, I don't know how you heal. I just don't know how it's possible. You're so invested in that as a part of your identity. Like, I don't know.
It's also how my parents were. It's sort of a family thing.
I heard someone say recently, and I really like this. It's like, you can't change people's minds, but through, like, arguments or through facts or through anything like that. The only way you can change anyone's mind is through through narrative. It's like storytelling, narrative, the stories we tell ourselves, like, framing things.
Are you saying that fighting with people on social media doesn't change anything? Because I found it very effective.
No, but stories are this, like, way of, and that does change people's perspectives. That does change their minds. And so, like, be very careful about the stories you tell yourself about your life, because you are training your mind to be, you're shaping your fucking reality is what you're doing. God damn it.
Agree.
Boy, has this been a fun episode, eh?
Is that a Canadian A? Or it's been a fun episode A, and it's also been a fun episode B?
I was being Canadian about it.
Oh, okay. Taylor Swift's album came out.
I know. I've only heard the first song.
And?
It was good.
Because I'm seeing people just pan it, diss it.
Yeah, but they did that with the last one, too.
And I feel like, oh, you're so special. You don't like the thing that everyone likes, which is kind of maybe where we started out before we became diehard Swifties. But I feel like it's been out for 4 minutes. So the people who are already saying it's a miss for them.
All the people that have to have the first take.
Yeah.
Like, I just dismiss it. I don't care.
I haven't heard any of it yet.
Because the first reactions to her last album were all like, oh, every song sounds the same. Yeah. And I loved that album. No, the first song was good. Like, I'll have to listen to it. I did see, I think one song is about his dork. Like, so there's a song about his dingus.
What's it called?
His hog. His Johnson.
His schwanz.
I don't know. It's called Wood. I don't know what it's called.
Wood?
She refers to, I forget
what I saw. Are you sure? Are you really? Are you for real?
I don't know. Apparently she sings about his penis. I don't know. Maybe it's one line.
Is it
maybe
as good
it's a whole
as
song.
Owen's penis song this morning that went like this?
I'm not thrilled about this journey that I'm going to be taking.
Don't you want to hear
into their bedroom? So
Owen's song this morning, I'm a little penis. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know that when he gets older, he's not going to want to sing that song. I just don't want to think about Travis Kelce's How do you know it's about his penis?
I don't know anything. I just saw a tweet or something.
Oh. Let's just find out.
Filled with trepidation.
Is there a song about Travis Kelce's? What's a tasteful way to say penis?
Dork.
Member.
Junk.
Here are Taylor Swift's Wood about Travis Kelce is her raciest song. Okay.
Wood.
Yeah. Taylor Swift is no longer barking up the wrong trees. After all, she's found her forever. Oh my God, the way this is written is making me vom. This is on E! News. With fiancé Travis Kelce and in Wood, one of the 12 tracks off her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, Taylor celebrates all elements of their romance. And we mean all. Oh my God, remind me to tell you the thing Elliot told me about romance. And we mean all. The song begins innocently enough. Uh-oh, I got a pop-up. With the Grammy winner recounting her streak of romantic bad luck, unlucky pennies, sidewalk cracks, black cats, before meeting Travis, a love she sings doesn't require her to, quote, knock on wood, but wood, of course, is a double entendre. And after the chorus, the lyrics take a turn. Quote, forgive me, it sounds cocky. He amatized me and opened my eye. Amatized? What's amatized?
I don't know.
Like, Taylor sings, redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. Ew. And yes, redwood tree likely means what do you think it does? After all, just a few lines later, Taylor notes, quote, the curse on me was broken by your magic wand. Oh, adding in a reference.
Like a romance novel.
Yeah, New Height. What? Something about a podcast.
New Heights is his
yeah,
podcast.
In a more innocent allusion, Taylor also references her future with Travis. Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way. Much of...
I mean, you know, hey, congrats to Travis Kelce for really laying the wood and getting a song written about it. I guess...
And on Honey, she details Travis's adorable nickname for her. In as well, I think that as well as her hopes for a quiet, family-filled future with him in Wish List. Is the nickname Honey?
It's a real creative nickname.
Oh my God. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, Owen.
Listen, I'm happy for them. I'm not sure I need to hear about it.
So let's just end on this. Owen is a snuggly Snuggleson. Elliot is like a cat. Like if he hurts himself, you might be able to be like, pat his back and then he'll push you away.
He does not want a hug.
He does not want snugs. Although he does fall asleep with his arm on your chest when we're in there, you know, which is really cute. But, and I took him to a movie theater and we were the only ones in the theater and he did sit on my lap because he was cold when he was like 6 or something. But Owen, on the other hand, like loves a snug. He wants physical contact with me all the time. So this morning I was sitting at the table with them. Owen like came up and leaned into me or faced me and I hugged him and I kissed his cheek. And then Elliot said to me, could you be less romantic with Owen? And I said, well, that's not romantic. That's just affectionate. And he's like, well, I just don't want to see it.
I wonder if he's jealous that we give Owen more affection.
No, I think he's yucked out.
You think so? Sometimes I wonder if like, hey, Elliot, the only reason we don't give you more snugs
is because you won't allow it.
You won't let me.
I know. Well, I don't know. Because then the thing is, I was like, I'm allowed to snuggle my Owen. but then I didn't after that because I felt like I didn't want to like put it in Owen Elliot's face. I think he's just like, you're being cringe. Don't be so cringe, Mom.
I know. He always tells us we're cringe. It's like, of course we're cringe. We're your
parents. Yeah. He didn't, and he's like, well, I don't know what romantic means. But
to be fair, you did not know what romantic meant when we started dating.
This is true.
Because I was like talking about a restaurant having a romantic vibe, and you're like, what? And then it turned out I realized you thought romance just meant sex.
Well, no,
like a sexual vibe. You thought it meant like, oh, if a restaurant has a romantic vibe, it has like a sexual vibe, like it's some sort of like swingers cafe or something.
Okay, let me explain. I know what romantic means to me and the normal stuff, but you always talked about like wanting to go to romantic places, and for some reason it like didn't it I felt like certainly you don't mean what I mean by it. You must have your own definition of it, which means sexual. It doesn't make sense.
No. I mean it the way it means.
I know, yes. But I should have realized that you have an appreciation of true romance. But I didn't realize that at the time. Like, why would I was sort of like, I didn't know that you also like a twinkly light situation.
Yeah. You're exhausting.
All right. I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for joining me on this episode.
This will all be over
soon.
We won't be talking about this estate stuff.
I know we are circling the drain of this. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
It's going to be over so soon, and then we can just talk about Travis.
Yeah, we'll have to
Taylor
see if
Swift.
you have any listeners left at that point and rebuild your podcast.
Oh, I need to say something to everyone. Someone told me to check out a podcast, so I did, and it brought me back to my old boss, the tell a friend thing. I can see if I see a clip of a podcast online, I need to see like 15 funny clips, and then I'm like, maybe I'll look at it. But if someone tells me to check out a podcast, that moves the needle so much for me. So please, I know your friends are probably tired of hearing you talk about my podcast, but tell them to check out the podcast.
Maybe not this one, though.
You know what? I caught myself. In a month, when we're no longer talking about this, tell them to check it out. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?